So today we are going to discuss the slip in centrifugal compressor. In last session, last video, I already explained about the velocity triangle. Okay, the velocity triangle is similar to the centrifugal pump in centrifugal compressor. Only instead of the discharge, we are to calculate the mass flow rate of the air because the air is a compressible fluid. The next topic is the slip factor. Basically, the slip factor can be defined as the small recirculation of air across the blade due to pressure variation across the each blade. Okay, so we know that the centrifugal compressor impeller having the specific shape of the blade, that is aerofoil shape of the blade, and basic nature of the aerofoil shape of the blade to take the pressure energy or to give the pressure energy. Its pressure variation can happen across the that particular aerofoil shape of the blade. So in centrifugal compressor, what happens when the air is transferring through this particular passage of the blade, there is a small pressure variation zone is created across the blade, because we know that this particular air is moving in a radial direction and this particular impeller is moving in a circular direction or with a constant angular velocity, and due to the pressure variation across this blade, means at the one edge of the blade we are having the maximum pressure, that is higher pressure, that is positive pressure, and another side of the blade means of the same blade we are getting the lower pressure due to the aerofoil shape. So due to this pressure variation results in small recirculation of the air across the blade. At the lower side, that air is get lifted up and up to this particular end of the blade. Again, due to the higher pressure, the air is tend to push in the downward direction. So there is a small recirculation of the flow. We can see here also there is a small recirculation of the air across the blade, and this small recirculation of the air due to the pressure variation across the blade is called as a slip. Okay, and this slip can be occur due to the shape of the blade and due to the simultaneously radial and rotational or angular motion of the air or impeller, and due to this small recirculation of the air, there is some loss happening at the outlet of the compressor, and this loss can be measured or can be explained by this giving some example. See, for particular application, the requirement of air compressed air is Q 100 cubic per meter, means 100 meter cube per second. So at output you should have the Q at 100 cubic meter, and for that 100 cubic meter of water air, let's say work input is 10 kilowatt. If there is a no slip, without slip, this input 100 cubic meter will get the output of means requirement 100 cubic meter, you will get the output from the compressor with the 100 cubic meter, and just consider the work input is required for the 10 kilowatt. So just hypothetical example. So this is a without slip, but with slip what will happen, the requirement is 100 cubic meter of air for application, but due to the slip, 10, let's say 10 cubic meter of water just lost in the recirculating about the blade. So at the output side you will get only the 90 cubic meter of air or 90 meter cube per second of air, but we are supplying the same initially work input 10 kilowatt, and to compensate of this 10 extra 10 cubic meter of air, again we have to draw 10 cubic meter of air to compress it, means again we need to supply extra work, and let's say the work input will get increases over here, that is 12 kilowatt, means for the same requirement of 100 cubic meter of water, due to loss of air in recirculation we have to supply more work input to the compressor, and this is a loss, and due to the work input increasing, our efficiency or performance of the compressor will get decreases. Remember, this is a power absorbing machine, so we have to ensure that increasing efficiency means what, at the expense of less input work efficiency will get increases, and the expense of the more amount of work efficiency will get decreases. Okay, now the slip can be given as u2 minus vw2. Okay, so we can see from this velocity triangle. Okay, in ideal case this particular outlet velocity u2 is equal to vw2, means this vr2 is equal to vf2, but in actual case you are getting this kind of triangle. Okay, and this difference, this much difference, that is U2 minus VW2 given as a slip. Same we have just mentioned in terms of the formula. Slip is equal to what? U2 minus VW2. And the slip factor means it's a ratio, means at what proportionate there is a change of whirling component of velocity at outlet and tangential velocity at outlet. You have to just take that ratio, and this slip factor is given as VW2 divided by U2. Remember, slip is U2 minus VW2 and slip factor is VW2 by U2. And this slip factor usually less than 1. Okay, we are just derived the formula for the work done or work input, that is what W is equal to VW to U2. It's also called as a Euler work if you divide it, if you're taking that per kg. Okay, so this per kg of work done is equal to VW2 into U2, and by using this slip factor formula we can write it as sigma U2 square. Okay, we have to just put the sigma, or we have to just put over here this particular VW2 value. Okay, what is the VW2? Sigma upon U2. Okay, so sigma U2 square, sorry, sigma into U2, so sigma into U2 square using the slip factor. Okay, we can have the some empirical formula for the slip also, that is Stannis formula. According to this Stannis formula, we can use this sigma is equal to 1 minus 0.63 pi upon n, where n is the number of blades. Okay, if number of blades is getting increases, then this ratio, if this n, if denominator is getting increases, then this ratio getting decreases. This ratio is getting decreases means what? This is a 1 minus less than 1 means 0 or less than 1. So sigma tend to be increased. If this is a 0, then sigma tends to 1, means anyhow it's increasing, and due to decrease in this ratio, sigma getting increases. Okay, this is not good. So you have to just keep some optimum value of number of blades over here. If number of blades are getting decreases, what will happen? This ratio tend to increase, and if this ratio is getting increases, okay, so this sigma tend to be less than 1 or approaches to the 0. So to avoid the slip, we have to keep the optimum number of the blades over there. Okay, this is all about the slip. Thank you.